admittedly, the expectations for Mewtwo EX up to this point have been pretty low. Mewtwo EX was actually made for a starter deck over in Japan, and usually with the starter deck or EX decks that they release, these are of the lower tier beginner friendly cards. However, looking at the combination of cards that were in that deck that we now have in Paradox Rift between the Mewtwo EX and the Xatu, I can't help but think that there's got to be some upside to this, especially since between Mewtwo and Xatu, we essentially have the reboot of and possibly a better version of Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's talk about, before we get into this video, quickly wanted to let you know that I am fundraising for Extra Life. 100% of the proceeds go towards the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals, a network of hospitals taking care of thousands of kids every day. It's an absolutely wonderful cause. Thank you to everybody who has donated so far. So far, we've raised over $1,000, which is phenomenal. You still have time to...
Yeah, right.
Shout out to Shonen17. Thank you for the follow. I'm not actually live right now, but thank you for the follow, no less. Still have time to make a donation. Link is in the description of this video, and you still have an opportunity to get some sweet rewards, including a signed Pokemon card from me, as well as 4x6 prints of my spray paint art here. So in case you're interested in getting rewarded and supporting a wonderful cause, link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your time and your consideration. And now let's get back to it. For context, in case anyone missed it, right? Shadow Rider Calyrex is a 3-prize Pokemon, and it has the ability to attach an energy from your hand and draw 2 cards, and it has an attack based on the number of energy that's on the board. So this has the potential to one-shot everything in the game. However, over time, this got power crept into oblivion as Path to the Peak shut this deck off. It required a lot of energy to attack, and it's a 3-prize Pokemon, so taking out one Shadow Rider Calyrex is pretty much doomed, especially now that we've moved into the V-Star and the EX era of the game, where 2 prizes have almost as much HP. Shadow Rider Calyrex is just really hard to play in the current meta. However, with Mewtwo EX and Xatu, they've kind of fixed the 2 biggest issues of Shadow Rider Calyrex. Photon Kinesis on Mewtwo EX, and keep in mind this is a lightning type Pokemon. Photon Kinesis only needs 2 energy to attack, and it's the same effect where it's 10 damage plus 30 for each energy on the board. You potentially have limitless damage if you really want it, and you are hitting lightning type. You're hitting for weakness with lightning, so you're going to be hitting stuff like Palkia and Lugia V-Star for weakness, Garchomp EX if you run into that, which is awesome. And so we get to do the big attack with the Photon Kinesis, and we get to do the draw power and the energy attaching with Xatu. And its Clairvoyant Sensibility lets you attach an energy, draw 2 cards. This can't be turned off with Path to the Peak. And so the combination of not being able to, can't shut it off with Path to the Peak, and a lower attack cost, there should be something here, right? So we're playing around with it today. We've got 3 copies of Mewtwo EX. We've got a 4/4 line of Xatu to help us attach as many energy as we can, as well as drawing as many cards as we can. We have 1 Deoxys, which is a really nice single prize attacker in this deck because of its Genome Spiral attack. You do 120 damage. That's enough to take out a lot of single prize basic Pokemon, and even some stage 1s as well. You do 120 damage, and you get to move all of the energy from the Deoxys to your bench Pokemon in any way you'd like. You assume the Deoxys is going to get knocked out, so you get to conserve that energy, and Mewtwo can continue to swing for big damage later. We also have 1 copy of Mew EX. Lets us draw some more cards. Restart lets you drop to 3, and then its Genome Hacking attack lets you copy one of your opponent's attacks and use it against them, which is really sick. And that's the opponent's active Pokemon, by the way. And we can power this up no problem with Xatu. We also have 1 Manaphy to protect the bench. If you're feeling really... Like, if you're really scared of the Lost Box matchup, you could try and squeeze a Jirachi in here as well. But this deck needs to go really wide because you want multiple Xatus in the game, and you might find yourself without enough bench space to get the Xatus and the Mewtwo's and stuff to attach. So something to keep in mind there if you try and tech it out with the Manaphy and the Jirachi. For trainer cards, we got 1 copy of Counter Catcher. If you're behind on prizes, which oftentimes you are in the early game, you can use Counter Catcher to gust up a Pokemon of your choice and still have supporter for turn, which is great. We still also have 2 copies of Boss's Orders for your more traditional gust at any point you want. 1 copy of Switch and 1 copy of Escape Rope. We do want to do some pivoting here and there without having to hard retreat and lose some of that energy that Mewtwo could use for its attack. We got 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basics down. 3 copies of Professor's Research, discard our hand, draw 7. We do want to dig through the deck, but maybe not as aggressively because this is a deck that can run out of cards really fast. So we do prioritize Iono a little more, lets you shuffle your hand and draw equal to the number of prizes you have, and your opponent has to do the same as well, so that we can not deck ourselves out, or at least minimize the odds of decking ourselves out. We do have a lot of Pokemon search in here between the Nest Ball. Fog Crystal gets us Psychic Basics as well as Psychic Energy, and we've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball, and we also even have Capturing Aroma here. You flip a coin, if heads you get an evolution Pokemon, if tails you get a basic. For evolution Pokemon search can be a little light considering that we want to get like 4 Xatus on the board, so some Capturing Aroma helps us split the difference there. We've got 3 copies of Bravery Charm, absolutely vital part of this deck. Plus 50 HP to basics, so we can add 50 HP to Mewtwo EX, push its HP all the way up to 280 damage, which is ridiculous. We've got, well, we talked about Boss's Orders. 3 copies of Path to the Peak. Yes, it shuts off Mew EX's ability, but odds are it's going to hurt our opponent more than it hurts us. So we've got 3 copies of Path here. We can still continue to draw cards with Xatu and continue to attack with Mewtwo without having to worry about Path to the Peak. And then we've got Super Rod to get particularly energies back into the deck after some of our Pokemon get knocked out, so we can continue to attack for big damage. Last but not least, we've got 12 basic Psychic Energy and 1 Reversal Energy. Now, you could theoretically attack with the Xatu if you're behind on prizes, but if you're behind on prizes and this is attached to a Xatu, this will count towards Mewtwo's attack as an extra 90 damage, which is a really nice bump. So that is the list I'm currently working with right now. And for full disclosure, one of the matches that you're going to see today, I'm going to overdub myself over top of it because I accidentally had my mic muted the whole time. I think the match is really good, so I'm just going to do some other commentary, and I'll talk about what's happening in the game, but probably try and be a little looser in the conversation as well. So yeah, get cozy, grab some popcorn, and enjoy these matches. We get... This is a pretty decent starting hand. Yeah, this is definitely chien-pao. Okay. We're actually going to save the Fog Crystal for later, but we will use the Nest Balls to get some stuff down, and we are absolutely going to play turn 1 Path to the Peak to try and slow our opponent down. Okay. Yes, Xatu is very nice. Very nice. Okay. Okay, we got some energy. Let's go Natu. We'll attach an energy to the Mewtwo. Let's go Natu again. And do we Capturing Aroma here? I think we do. Let's see what we get. We could potentially get a 3rd Natu here. No, we don't. We get a 2nd Xatu, and that's good. That's good. And let's go slam down Path to the Peak and end our turn. And hopefully they don't have it like that. Hopefully they don't have the bump right now. We know they run like 4 Pokestop. And they are going to get set up wide at the very least. Get 1 Frigibax down. We will at least attach 3 energy. And that's going to be enough to knock out a Frigibax if we can draw into boss. I would assume they're going to get a 2nd Frigibax down here. Yep, as they should. As they should. Hopefully they don't have the bump, and we can hang on here a little longer. Yep, okay, great. Deoxys, that's awesome. Because then we can power up a Deoxys for a future turn. I don't know if Deoxys is a particularly strong attacker in this matchup, but I will take it. I will take it. Yeah. We'll take the 2nd Mewtwo. We'll attach a Xatu. Now, we are going to be doing only 100 damage to this chien-pao, which sucks, but hopefully we can hang on long enough to make something happen here. If we can attach one more energy, that would be phenomenal. Okay, they get the Bibarel. That's good, but they're going to have to thin their hand a little more to draw cards. Okay. Hopefully, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. This could be bad. We could get blown out here. If they've got the Baxcalibur already, like if they have the pieces for that, we could be dead. Let's see. If not, then okay, cool. Energy, energy, energy. Okay, Iono. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. A fresh 6. That's nice. Let's go and grab ourselves. Actually gonna bench this third Natu here. And let's go and get some energy on Mewtwo. And I'll put the charm on this one. And we can actually attach to the Xatu. If we fall behind on prizes at any point, we can get an extra 90 damage here, which is very nice. So we take 2 prizes. Nice. Path to the Peak. If they bump it, we've got the backup. And they bumped it. Okay. Let's go. Pokestop in a dream. Probably get the chien-pao here. $30, $60, $90, $120. Is there a world where we can get the... I think there's a world where we can put ourselves in a position where we can one-shot chien-pao if they take the KO here. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. I think they have to play... Okay, yep. They're going to need 5 energy to take the one-shot here. They have 3 in the discard. So if they get an energy retrieval and they get the pieces... Now, do they... If they... Okay, we get Iono'd. That's a little unfortunate. We did have Path to the Peak there, and I really would have wanted that in our hand, but... Okay, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Let's see if they can get it. They are doing some deep digging, though. Get themselves 6 new cards, draw with the Bibarel, Pokestop. I'm going to go under the assumption that we are going to lose this Mewtwo. Iron Hands, interesting. Okay. If they have like a crazy cross-switcher play, like maybe, it is harder to knock out the Iron Hands for us. Yep, here comes the Baxcalibur. Okay, do they have... They're going to Shivery Chill for 2. And then do they have the energy recovery? That's the $1 million question. Amphiveer... Oh. Okay, they do not. Ooh, throwing out that Baxcalibur. They might have it already in hand, and they were playing that for funsies, but let's see. If they're doing less than 5, then I'm pretty happy right now. And we can put ourselves in a position to one-shot this chien-pao on the following turn. Okay, here it comes. Let's see. One, 2, 3. Yeah, 180. Fine. Yeah, they're going to Hailblade for 180. That is Tragic Johnson for our opponent here. Now, do we want to switch into the into this fresh Mewtwo, that might be worth it. Yeah, because this is also now in Iron Hands territory. So let's go and attach some energy. Yes. Let's go put the charm on. And I will switch. And let's go put some more energy out on the board. And let's go build up this Deoxys here. Okay. Let's go attach from hand. And I could Iono, but that gives us 4 cards and them 6. So I don't want to do that. Let's go and research. And we do get Mew. That's nice. Escape Rope. I don't think I want to do that. Let's go and let's get rid of Iono and Ultra Ball here. And we will get that 3rd Xatu out and attach even more energy. 3, 6. Now we have to keep in mind, if we use too much energy or put too much energy on the board, we are putting ourselves in a position where, yeah, we're going to take that one shot. Potentially putting ourselves in a position where we cannot respond with a one-hit KO, but that's pretty good right there. This is looking pretty sick. We might have them in checkmate at this point. Yep, we got him. GG's. Mewtwo EX just going absolutely ham on that one. Getting the back-to-back chien-pao knocks, pushing this game out of reach. And I really like that Mewtwo EX does have... It can hit really hard. It does take a lot to get that engine rolling, but when it does, it can be an absolute tank. And the Bravery Charms pushing the HP up to 280 is absolutely awesome, making it really hard to get return one-hit KOs. And we just pushed that one out of reach of our opponent. GG's. Okay, heads up. This is the match where I had the mic on mute, so we're going to go over this again. We've only got a Mew in the active, a whole bunch of energies, and an Iono, and I cannot actually remember if I'm going first. I'm watching this back on my screen now, and we are up against... I don't want to spoil it here unless you guys saw it. Probably not. But yeah, we are up against Gardevoir. Now, they had to start the Zacian, which is unfortunate. Our hand is a little unfortunate as well. We are going to get down the Natu here, and I went with the Natus here, and I don't think we're in a rush necessarily to get the Mewtwo out, because Mewtwo's a basic, and we can bench Mewtwo at any time and potentially power it up, but it's really important to get the Natus down more than anything. Now, it does suck that we threw out all of that energy. Hopefully, we can Super Rod most of that back in. Yeah, debating the merits of Manaphy now, because Screamtail is a thing that is play. Oh, I should have. Okay, I should have played the Manaphy. I guess they're like, it's not guaranteed that they're gonna have Screamtail, but and they had Vacuum anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think at this point it's safe to assume that Gardevoir decks are playing the Screamtail, so you probably should protect the bench. Yeah, how's everybody doing? At this point, I normally record in the morning. It is now late at night. I record, or I edit on Sunday nights to have the videos, and we lost the Iono, which is unfortunate, but we were going to refresh our hand anyway. And this is, it's not necessarily the worst. If we can get a second Xatu here, we could potentially attack with the Deoxys on the following turn. Our opponent gets down the Mew and a Screamtail. There it is. So yeah, looking for that Manaphy. And they're going to Roar the Sword to... Let's see where they Roar the Sword to. Roar the Sword to themselves. Okay, so they're roaring up to swing on the following turn. And now we are going to want to power up an attacker here. And I believe we are going to be powering up the Deoxys in the immediate term. But also, we're going to grab a Natu. Like, if it survives the next turn, that's great. But we can pivot into the Natu, let that get knocked out, and continue to power up something else. So let's go and start powering up the Deoxys. We do have a boss, which we could use to stall for time. I don't know if that's necessarily the best. I feel like I probably did do that. But we go and power up, attach the second energy, bench the Natu, and yeah, we go retreat into that. And let's go. Yeah, we're gonna boss up the. What do we boss up? Well, in a boss up the Ninja. Yeah, that's fair. They'd have to hard retreat. They have no Raltses or Curlias down, and with the Super Rod, we can go and grab a whole bunch of energy, and we can even use, restart to go and grab a card here. I think arguably I could have, and I think we hold. Yeah, we can discard the Counter Catcher plus something else, get a Mewtwo down, get energy with the Fog Crystal, draw a couple more cards. And start rolling from there. Our opponent goes and throws an Earthen Vessel down, discards some energy, grabs some more energy. And yep, they're doing a great job throwing a bunch of energy in the discard pile. And yeah, we'll see where things go from here. I'm recording this now after LAIC. And so this is actually going to be like way later. Scratch it. What do you think of the Paradox Rift meta so far with the Iron Hands and the Iron Valiant, Roaring Moon? Do you think these cards are busted? Do you think that we need to rebalance the whole thing? So should stuff be banned? Probably. I don't think anything's going to get banned. But yeah, based on what I saw from LAIC, Iron Valiant looks insane. And that's a deck that we did cover on the channel before. And I thought, like, yeah, this deck is really interesting. It's not perfect, but it does some really cool stuff. And I think that it capitalized on the fact that the most popular deck at LAIC was Gardevoir. And Iron Valiant does a really good job of taking out Gardevoir. Just has lots of tricks up its sleeve in that matchup. Okay, we're going to go in Clairvoyant Sense and attach some energy. And it's not necessarily a bad take here to... Okay, we discard 2. And grab... Okay, we grab the Mewtwo. Do we grab the Mewtwo? Yeah, I would think Xatu, and then we could attach... Oh, we don't want to necessarily attach that energy, though. We would want to... We may use the energy to hard retreat with the Natu. Now, the thing is, we've already used our Super Rod, so we're not going to be able to get that energy back. I use Restart here to draw for 1, and that actually works out, because now we can draw for 7. And I can't remember if I did that. I think I did. Pretty sure I drew for 7. Yeah, and leave them with 3 cards. And we'll figure it out from here. We get a giant haul Mewtwo, and we get Path to the Peak. We can Clairvoyant Sense, attach some energy to the Mewtwo at this point. And it's really nice that, yeah, we get to throw a Bravery Charm on there as well. Throw down another Path to the Peak. And yeah, Path to the Peak is really weird with Gardevoir. And sorry, my voice is cracking up here. Let me go and take a swing. And we go and attach energy to our Mewtwo and Mew. In my testing, because Gardevoir was my plan B deck for Toronto Regionals. And I was playing, the match I practiced the most was Gardevoir versus Miraidon. And I found that Path hardly ever stuck, because of the fact if they can get the Curlias and they play a ton of hand disruption and draw power, and the likelihood that they can draw something to get out of Path to the Peak was pretty high. It's great when it works, but it doesn't always work. And so they've got the Forest Seal Stone, and they get the worker, draw 3 cards, and they get the fun Path to the Peak. They did get rid of a reversal energy here, and that's a little bit of a... I mean, good news for us, bad news for our opponent, having to get rid of the reversal energy. Man, my voice is feeling very scratchy right now. Please forgive me on that. They will get the knock on the Deoxys if they... Yeah, they played worker, so they're not getting anything else. Gardevoir doesn't really run switch cards of any sort. They get the Gardevoir EX, and they could load up a bunch of energy, but really they don't have to. It could start loading up, say, the Scream Tail or something like that, but I don't think they need to. They're just gonna Storm Slash for 150. And now we need to attach a bunch of energy because we are doing, like, our damage is not the best. Thinking about benching that Mewtwo, I think Manaphy could be a good bench option as well. I choose to go for having a second/third attacker. Mew is not a bad attack option here, especially if you can grab the Greninja and use the Moonlight Shuriken attack. That's pretty sick. Now, we do get the Xatu off the Capturing Aroma. I don't think we can evolve it this turn. Oh, yeah, we can evolve it this turn. Here I am not keeping up with everything that's happening. So this is a really explosive turn on our part, getting to attach like 4 energy, which is insane. Now, I realize, like, I remember there's something I did here. Let's see if I do it. I'm pretty sure I attached the reversal energy, which actually is not... Technically, if I had attached the basic psychic energy, we would have done 250. Here, we're only doing 220. That would have been the better way to go about it. Our hand is pretty nuts. Regardless, we get the KO, so that's fine. I don't actually know if the reversal energy came into play here. It might have. It might have. Like, one of the things that I found in my testing with this deck is getting it to a point where it's hitting 300 is really hard to do. I mean, just because of the amount of draw power, like, you need a ton, you need Xatus up the, you know, all up in the bench. That was before, in order to make this work. And it's very difficult to get that many on the board and accelerate to a point where you can take a one-shot on a Gardevoir, which is kind of unfortunate here. But we do have a 2-prize lead, which is good. And now Scream Tail is in the process of getting set up. Our opponent... oh, that Iono does suck. And I'm pretty sure they have more than enough energy to make some stuff happen here. They go and grab a Curlia. Yeah, I mentioned that I was going to, like, chat about some other stuff, and I have not really. It's late in the evening here. I spent most of the day with my son. It's after the stream. My wife went to the theater with her sister and I think their cousin. No, what's it called? And their friend. And yeah, I got to spend the afternoon with my son, and we saw my mom and my brother at the mall. We had these like the Japanese pancakes. They were very nice, and Leo got to eat some as well. Now they have got the capsule on, and now they are going to do a lot of damage. I think they cap out at 280 damage. Yep. And that, unfortunately, is going to be enough to one-shot Mewtwo out of the active with the charm. And that is Tragic Johnson for us. Holy cow. So they push the pace of this in a way that's really not ideal for us. And if we put a... Let's go and check our Pokemon right now. And I can't remember exactly how I did. We do have a Natu. And one of the interesting things is that they... Yeah, I thought for a split second there, like, I can't bench anything. However, Natu has an attack, and we only need to take 10 damage. So if we can sacrifice a Natu instead of putting Mewtwo in the line of fire, force them to have a boss's orders or something, we could put ourselves in a position where we can keep ahead on the prize trade, or at the very least go even on prizes here. Where, yeah, we do have to flip a coin, and we have to flip 3 coins, but I figured, are we going to go 0 and 3? And we don't. We actually go 2 out of 3, which is great. Do 20 damage. We don't put ourselves... We keep our big attackers. on the bench for a future attack. Now, a potential play that is open, at least at right this very moment, is in a world where, okay, yeah, now they put the future capsule on. We could potentially use Mewtwo or Mew EX, gust up the Greninja, and Moonlight Shuriken 2 targets and win the game that way. And that would be pretty awesome. I'm not sure if that's how things play out. Our opponent goes and winds up. And once again, they've got the future capsule or the ancient capsule on. And they have the potential to take a massive one-hit KO here. And I'm thinking... Yep, so Roaring Scream and... Oh, snap! Classic mistake. They tried to snipe the Terra Mewtwo EX, but you gotta know that the Terra EXs cannot get hit when they're on the bench, at least by damage. Damage counters are fine, but damage, no. And that is a massive boo-boo on our opponent's part. And now I am attaching a whole bunch of energy, and I can't remember exactly how I played this. IMO, I should go in with the Xatu and attack with a single prizer here. And we do Iono. We opt to Iono. And yeah, I would attack with one of the Xatus. Yeah, we can put the Bravery Charm on the Mewtwo. I would put the Bravery Charm on the Mewtwo, yep. And what do I go into? Oh man, I should have done that. I should have gone in with the Xatu. I don't necessarily need to go that hard. Now, we do have Path to the Peak. So, yeah, looking at this in retrospect, I didn't need to swing for 220 here. I could have used the Xatu. We are behind on... Oh, no, we're ahead on prizes, so we can't... We couldn't attack. I should have put at least... Yeah, if there was a world where you could put one more energy on a Xatu, then I would have, the one on the far left,
my mind trip.
We could have attacked with that instead.
Yeah, right?
Instead,
Yeah.
we're here. We are up 2 prizes. I don't think there's a world in which they can take 3. However, they could, if they can bump Path to the Peak, they could attack with Gardevoir, and that would make things weird at the very least. Okay, Rare Candy comes out. We get a second Gardevoir EX. And Ralts comes down. And we get Iono down to 1 card. So it is 1 card in a dream. And we get a switch. And our opponent just scoops. Which is unfortunate. But we will take that win. So that one was really defined. It's a really weird build of Gardevoir. Let me go and stop this film here, and we'll switch to this camera. Weird take on Gardevoir, where they were heavily relying on Scream Tails. They did have a Zacian in there as well. But yeah, this could be the potential future of Gardevoir playing post-rotation, and that might be their build. I don't know if I saw a Shining Arcana Gardevoir in that whole match. And it's pretty annoying. That Screamtail can do a ton of damage, potentially hit up to 280 with the capsules in there. However, the big thing that turned the tide of that match was them misplaying and trying to attack from Mewtwo EX from the bench. And yeah, you got to keep that in mind. The Terra Pokemon cannot be sniped in that way. So we end up putting the game in a position where our opponent just cannot recover. They hit the Iono, and I'm guessing they did not have a bump for Path to the Peak. And that was all she wrote. GG's. Oh man, this hand sucks. And we're up against Gardevoir. This is not an ideal match for us, not in the slightest. What is the best way to go about this? Yeah, he has been amazing just to see him learn and see him grow and see like how he starts from where he is right now to the person that he is now. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, I think we have to get the Deoxys down, right? I think we have to get the Deoxys down in the early game here because we do want the Deoxys to hit. We have one Super Rod. I think that we actually let that energy sit in the discard for now. Because, yeah, we're probably going to need the Deoxys back at some point. We can bench the Mewtwo. And the Manaphy actually does become a thing we want to play here. And I could attach... Yeah, let's attach an energy here. Actually, I probably shouldn't have, now that I think about it. Okay. Because now we put ourselves in an awkward spot where we're probably going to have to commit to attacking with Mewtwo. I guess if we attack with Deoxys in the mid game, that's not necessarily the worst either, but let's see. Oh, we're going to get Iono'd anyway. Okay, we lose a Natu, but that's not necessarily the worst fate. If anything, I'm more annoyed that we lost the escape option there. Okay, they get the double Kirlia. They're not attacking this turn. Which is potentially good for us. Do we want to try and build up the Deoxys? I'm not sure we're going to get a Deoxys going on this turn. Let's go and get some energy. And we'll attach to the Xatu. Or we'll draw with the Xatu. Research. No, I don't want that right now. Let's go Iono. And hopefully... Okay. Yeah, the Xatu's good here. We will get a... Yeah, I'm gonna have to retreat. And we'll have to attach this other energy up. Actually, you know what? Let's go Capturing Aroma first. And if we hit tails... No, we hit heads. Okay. Heads does suck. We only get a Xatu out of that. I will attach Bravery Charm. And I will attach... I still don't think we... I don't think we knock out this Cresselia, which is terrible. Oh my goodness. No, we don't. That's bad. That's bad. Like, really, really bad. Had we put all the energy on the Deoxys, then we would have knocked that out, and at least we have the one prize lead. I think we've already lost, but let's see how this goes. Unfortunately, yeah, Gardevoir is a better version of what we are trying to do here. Okay, they get the triple Kirlia, they get the Artisan. Oof. How long left for Extra Life fundraising? So TBD on the marathon. Yeah, I'm still holding out hope that I can run the marathon this year. But because of like that being such a question mark, TBH, I'm probably going to let it run to the rest of the year. And I'll give everybody like a ton of warning in advance, just so like there's no surprises there. Yeah, that Cresselia is super annoying. Let's see how they end up spreading that damage. They can do 100? And they can't... They might take out the Manaphy? Yeah, they take out the Manaphy. Opens the door for a Screamtail play. They don't bench a Greninja here, which is annoying. Okay. We can get a Mew EX here. Mew is good. Yeah, and we probably want to hit... Escape Rope. I mean, they could put in and tank with Gardevoir, and that would suck. But let's see. They're taking a long time to figure out their prize card situation. Okay. All right. Let's go and get a Mew down. Oh, we've prized the Mew? Oh, that sucks. Okay. Let's go and do we just bench a 4th? No, I think we bench a Mewtwo here. Then. And let's see if we can get some more energy going. If we can get a double attach here. No, we do not. Okay, that sucks. I'm going to pray that, okay, off this, yeah, using Rod right now does kind of suck. Okay. Okay, Path to the Peak is great. Path to the Peak is great. Let's go and attach some energy to the Mewtwo. We are behind on prizes. We can countercatcher, and actually countercatcher on... We're doing 120. If we do 120 on the Gardevoir, then they can't actually attack. At least they would be in a pretty tough spot. Yeah, that's actually good. Let's go and countercatcher here this Gardevoir, and at least we take that out of the game, and the 2 energy as well. So let's go and slam that down. Path to the Peak, and we'll swing for 120. And we'll go attach energy to these cards. Yeah, they cannot accelerate any more energy to this Gardevoir. Ah, that's annoying. That's annoying. We had a good hand there, too. Okay, yeah, this is busted. This is absolutely busted. Now, if we could get a 3rd attacker, though. I guess we probably can attack with the Xatu as well. Attacking with Xatu is not bad in this matchup. Because yeah, so they're going to do a bunch of damage. Are they going to Cresselia again, though? Because then they spread out their... They're only doing like 40. Okay. That's fine. Where this does suck for us... Okay, we can just use 1 to retreat. Okay, let's go and actually retreat here. With the Deoxys, we get to keep the Deoxys, which is nice. Now, which has more health? This still has more health with the Charm. So, let's go and attach energy to the Deoxys. Yes. If we can get a boss and potentially one-shot that Gardevoir EX, that would be absolutely insane. Now, I don't actually know if we're going to get the opportunity to do that. And we're also almost out of cards here, which is something that we need to keep in mind. We can't go willy-nilly letting it rip on our hand here. So we're doing 280. That's pretty sick. We've only got 7 cards left, and we've... What are the odds of us finding... Yeah, they play the Avery. That's annoying. That's annoying. Yeah, because we actually lose, like, the whole Xatu line. Now, we can still bench 1 more Natu, and I think there's a Xatu still in the deck, but we still have all of our... Uh-oh. I saw the lights flicker. Is the internet still on? Are we still recording? Yeah, if we can boss up this Gardevoir, that would be goated. Yeah, they also have Path to the Peak is still in play, so they can't accelerate to Gardevoir EX. And yeah, definitely want this Charm on the Mewtwo right now. Okay, they're going to bench a Screamtail. Is Manaphy still? Oh, Manaphy's gone. So Manaphy, losing Manaphy is annoying. Okay. They brick. If they're just swinging 150 into this, then we're okay. But they could... Yeah, hard retreat. They have to find... They still have to... Yeah, Collapse Stadium. That's annoying. That's annoying. Now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. Can we accelerate enough energy to get a one-shot on Gardevoir right now? That would basically win us the game, right? Oh, ooh, that sucks. Yeah, they took out our entire draw engine at this point. Now we need... There's Boss. How much damage are we doing right now? 220? Ugh. And this does... Okay. Let's go and bench a third... Oh, no. We have nothing else to bench. Uh-oh. That sucks. Okay. We're going to put the Bravery Charm on. And do we have... Can we hit heads here? Yes. Oh, well, we can't do anything with the Xatu right now anyway. But... This is doing... Yeah, let's throw down Path to the Peak again. And I will attach... No, I'm not going to attach any energy right now. And let's just swing for 220 on the... So, how much damage does this do? 20 for each counter on this Pokemon. So, 20, 40, 60. 6, 120. I think the more dangerous card right now is this. I still have, like, no energy. This is insane. Yeah, 6 times 120. Yeah, 120. Like, they can take out the Natu if they really want to. Which might keep them in the game. Yeah, I think they have to take out the Natu. So maybe we shouldn't have benched that and just play... Because, yeah, right now they can't bench snipe. Okay. 4. All right. Let's go Mewtwo. Path to the Peak is out. I'm going to Iono and thin their hand tremendously. And hopefully we can make some stuff happen here. Now we have nothing. We have 2 researches and Natu. This is not good. Let's go and swing for 250. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get a one-shot on a Gardevoir EX, which is unfortunate. Now, can we hang on to win the game? That is the million-dollar question here. We're doing good damage. Oh, snap. We got a donation. $50 from Cowface. Thank you so much for your generous donation to Extra Life. 100% of proceeds going to the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. Yeah, definitely going to be sending you some rewards at $50. That is the tier with, I believe, the Pikachu and the Mew. So really happy to send those out to you, man. Thank you. Can we keep Path sticking? If Path can stick, we should be okay. And I think the neck... No, come on. No. No, not the Cresselia. No. Now, what's the most... Oh, an Iono. Damn it. Now, like, I have no cards. So, we can't play much of anything right now. And yeah, they're probably going to Scream Tail again and do a lot of damage to one of our targets. Yeah, can they take a KO, like a one-shot on anything? Also, I don't think we have any more gusting, which is awful. Yeah, boss countercatcher. I think that might be it. So this is going to do 160. I don't know. Yeah, it's not knocking out anything. I don't know if they've thought that through. Yeah, they can't knock out anything. They'll probably go after the Deoxys here. Yeah. And losing a bunch of energy there does suck. Okay. Can we still win? I don't know if we can. It's looking pretty grim, TBH. Especially if we can't get past to the peak down. Okay, there's some more energy. That's good. Okay, they're going to Zinnia, draw a whole bunch of cards. Oh no, not the counter catcher. Yeah, if they Moonroll reverse, yeah, that one. That's annoying. That's annoying. Now, yeah, if we could gust up this Gardevoir, or if we top deck Path here, we still have Path in the deck. Nope, boss. Okay. If we knock out this Kirlia, can they still... Yeah, Moonglow reverse is not going to do enough. They can't power this one enough. Let's take out this Kirlia. 190. Please. Okay, it's Mew EX. That doesn't really help us. But at this point, I think they have to go in. Oh, no. I think I went in with the wrong Mew. 50, 60, 70, 80. I think we still win, assuming... I don't think they can accelerate enough damage. Oh my goodness. I don't think they can get enough energy on that Gardevoir to take us out. Now, they could just attack with Gardevoir EX, right? Yeah. At which point, like, we need a Gust card, and we don't have that. That really sucks. That really sucks. This was a really good match, and we are, unfortunately, not going to be in a position... 190, actually, if we retreat, right? If we retreat, and we say Path to the Peak, and we swing for 130... They can retreat now. Okay. No! Damn it. That's unfortunate. That was a really good match. Unfortunately, they had boss in hand, but we could have won in one more turn. As much of a disaster of a match that was... That ended up coming down to the wire. We definitely had an opportunity to win that, all things considered. And yeah, I think the big mistake I made was benching the Natu. Like, I was trying to set up, and the Screamtail was there, and the Screamtail was able to take those KOs. I should have just faced up and just played with what I had, and we could have won that one. Instead, we let that one slip through our fingers, and that's going to be a tough L to hold. GG's. And there we go. That is a look at Mewtwo EX with the Xatu engine, with the Mew. It's a ton of fun to play. I do have questions of its viability in the competitive meta. I'm not sure it has everything it needs. In particular, its early game is a little weak, and if you're not taking knockouts the first time you can attack, then you could be in really big trouble. I don't know if this is going to have the competitive ceiling to break into the meta or anything like that, but I do think it's a potentially solid rogue tier deck, and hopefully there will be more cards in the future to make this even stronger. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. Before we go, you can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at @InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at @InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.